Find your way back home.
What's going on, everybody? Vince is back with episode 10 of the Lean Bulk 2.0 series. And today, as promised, I'm going to do a little review of carb backloading. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 out of 10. The reason it gets such a high vote is because, one, I personally enjoyed doing it. 3 to 4 months I've been doing carb backloading, and I started at about 180, dropped that weight through the process of intermittent fasting and carb backloading, a combination of the two, and I dropped from 180 when I started combining carb backloading and intermittent fasting, but I actually started at 197 after a really, really bad dirty bulk. I can't say bad, but after a dirty bulk. And got down to 161 pounds. It's 36 pounds I lost doing a combination of intermittent fasting and carb backloading. The question is, why is it so good? Why did you want to do this? Why did you pick? Well, for one reason, it busts the myth of having to eat every 2 to 3 hours, keeping your body in an anabolic state. Basically, these rules set by people who just look at what professional bodybuilders do. Now, the reason that I wanted to try something different is because I've been hearing a lot. I was hearing a lot of, people talk about, oh, well, Phil Heath does this, Kai Green does this, Branch Warren. They're all doing this, eating every 2 hours, getting the protein, fat, and carbs in these little meals. Those guys are like, 250, 280 pounds. So they're not that little, but you can't eat every 2 to 3 hours and expect the gains that Phil Heath, Kai Green, Mr. Olympias have achieved, because I'm sorry to bust any dreams right now, but they are not natural. But with that out of the way, I want you guys to think for yourselves. Do you think that the natural bodybuilder, average person in the gym, someone who wants to compete naturally or who hasn't taken anabolic steroids yet, should do the same protocol as someone who is a contender for Mr. Olympia, eating 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 calories in the off season, and cutting down all of that and posing on stage in Las Vegas, Nevada for Mr. Olympia? Do you think that those two people should be following the same protocol? If you ask me, I'd say hell no. So what can you do? You can do the bro split. You can do the, eat every 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. It worked for me whenever I was younger. My senior year of high school, I was the smallest I've ever, most shredded I've ever been in high school. And I followed that split. I followed the Monday chest, Tuesday back, things like that. And my diet was kind of like a Mr. Olympia, eating every 2 to 3 hours, following certain diet protocol, it was kind of a mixture of if it fits your macros and clean foods, if that makes sense. But I was only eating clean foods. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Carb backloading, 9.5 out of 10. It breaks the myth of eating 2 to 3 hours. And it brings to the light a thing that I like to call nutrient timing. Your body, when it wakes up, has been fasting for 7 to 8 hours. When you first have carbs that day, whether it's breakfast, let's say you wake up, you have toast and eggs, for example, I don't know. The second you put carbs in your body, your body stops burning the fat that you have as fuel. Because when you sleep, your body goes into ketosis as it fasts, and it starts using the body fat you have, the energy stored in your body, as fuel. Now you can extend ketosis by, well, I wouldn't say ketosis, I would say you can extend ketogenesis. The vocabulary that I'm using right now might not be 100% correct, but bear with me, guys. I'm kind of just going off my memory of the start of carb backloading from the book. You can prolong ketogenesis for basically as long as you want to, but I'd say it's safe to say an extra 3 to 4 hours, depending on the nutrients you eat in the morning. So let's say you say, I'm not going to have toast today, I'm going to have bacon and eggs, for example. You can prolong ketogenesis until you have carbs that day. So you wake up, bacon and eggs, your body's still burning fat. Your body is still burning the fat from your fat cells. So let me ask you this. If someone wants to lose fat but still gain muscle, why wouldn't they want to burn fat more throughout the day? Answer me that. Why wouldn't you want to burn fat throughout the day instead of having, 6 a.m. I'm getting 50 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat, and I'm going to have that same meal throughout the entire day 6 times. So I get my macros. Got to get my macros, bro. What's the point in that? First off, it gets real boring. Having the same meal like 6 times out the day, are you kidding me? It's boring. Second, why not extend ketogenesis? Why not burn the fat you have on your body instead of working hours weekly on a treadmill? Sure, if you want to do fasted cardio in the morning, that's great. But why not work with your body? Why not use something that your body already has programmed and use it to your advantage? Ketogenesis, guys. Do I think a ketogenic diet, keto diets are 100% efficient? Well, I don't think, because there's a cutoff to where ketogenesis can start. Well, a keto diet can start, feeding on your muscles if you aren't smart about your ketogenic diet. I'm not ragging on keto dieters at all. I think having a semi-keto diet is a great idea. In fact, I do a semi-keto diet myself. But, my opinion, having carbs after your workout is a good idea. Another reason why I think carb backloading deserves, more attention is the fact that you can have the foods that you want to eat every single day that you work out if you're doing the cutting version of carb backloading, which is strength accumulation. Sorry guys, it escaped me. Strength accumulation, you can still have the foods that you want to eat. Now, I don't know if you guys are just tuning in, just first time watching this video, but through my channel, I go through exactly what I ate through strength accumulation and the bulking version of carb backloading. Density bulking, that was it. Sorry guys, density bulking. I should probably have thought about that. I go exactly with what I eat. Now, strength accumulation, a little more strict. Density bulking, kind of you're able to have some wiggle room with what you eat. But with strength accumulation, we're talking about cutting right now, guys, because I'm actually starting a cut to get down to nice body weight and good body fat percentage for a show coming up in November 14th. See you there. Anyway, you could still have carbs, like dirty carbs, not these clean, oh, you gotta have sweet potatoes, broccoli, green beans, spinach. You can have those late at night. You can go out, eat a pizza by yourself, wake up the next morning skinny. You can do that. That's fine. And you can do that while losing weight. Strength accumulation. You're able to eat those foods that you wouldn't normally think you can eat, unless you're IIFYMing. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't really buy into a carb's a carb. Like, if you take a carb from a Pop-Tart, it's the same kind of carb as from a baked potato or a yam or a sweet potato. Yes, you are going to get this broken down into its simplest form. A carb is a carb, wherever you want to take it from. It's everything added to that carb. So yeah, you take a sweet potato from the ground, natural. It's gonna be better for you than unwrapping a Pop-Tart. They might have the same carb macro levels. I don't know how much is in a Pop-Tart, and off the top of my head, I think 15 ounces of yams has 45 to 50 grams of carbs. Is that yam going to fill you up more? Of course it is. There's more fiber. There's more phytonutrients. These other things in these carbs that are natural are going to help you. I don't want to make this video too long, but in my opinion, a carb is not a carb. What does this have to do with carb backloading? Well, you can eat the bad carbs in moderation. For instance, one meal of the nights that I carb backload, I can have ice cream, or I can have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or I can have Captain Crunch. I can go to a Chinese buffet, eat my fill, come back, wake up the next morning, and I still might have lost weight, or I might have not gained anything, but I have this next day to actually lose more weight. Nutrient timing is huge, guys, huge. Now, another reason why carb backloading is amazing is because you can actually eat less carbs by doing this. And the way I do it is by working out as late as I can. It's not by choice, but for instance, I see a lot of diets online, eat 200 to 300 grams of carbs a day, and that's in the form of, 6 meals, 50 grams of carbs a day, whatever it is. I'm not going to do the math right now, but I last night I had, I think 170 grams of carbs. So guys, I want you to think about it yourself. I'm not promoting carb backloading. I'm not getting paid for this. What I'm saying is I want you guys to do your research before you start a diet. I'm going to make another clip, about daily undulating periodization. And I'm going to weigh in about that a little bit. Just because I want to create this, I kind of want to stir the pot a little bit. Carb backloading, daily undulating periodization versus bro split, bro diet. Thanks for watching, guys. Next clip's coming up soon. Stay flexed.
Until you find your way back home.